everyone, so today I thought I would do my updated eyeshadow palette collection since I haven't done a collection video in over a year, so I just thought I'd go through my collection.
Ignore how messy
my vanity is, but yeah. The first palette we have is the 2016 Holiday Palette by Kylie Cosmetics, which is hard to show, but it just looks like this. It's pretty, but I haven't used it very much. That silver shade though is really freaking gorgeous. I'm decluttering this one probably, but I do really enjoy these shades. The next palette in my collection is the Morphe 15S palette. This is one of their holiday palettes that I got, and I really enjoy it. I love the purple shades, of course. The next palette we have is just the Tartelette Toasted palette. I own all the Tartelette palettes for the most part, so yeah. Next palette I have is the Morphe 15T palette, and unfortunately the metallics in this palette suck. The formula is not good, but the mattes are incredibly buttery and blend beautifully, which is why I've been keeping this. Next I have the Divinity palette by Strobe Cosmetics, which just looks like that. It's really pretty, but as you guys can see, I haven't even touched it yet. I've been too sick to, but I'm really excited to try this out when I feel better. Next we have the Saharan 2 by Juvia's Place, which is my only Juvia's Place eyeshadow palette. I really love these shades, but I don't really get much use out of this palette. Next I have these two Morphe and Jaclyn Hill palettes that I kept from the vault, and I have Bling Boss and Armed & Gorgeous. I kept these because these are the two palettes that I liked from the collection. The other ones were just okay, but these ones are definitely more up my alley. Armed & Gorgeous is this really pretty palette, and Bling Boss is purple, so of course I had to keep it. The next palette we have is Blood Sugar by Jeffree Star Cosmetics. His eyeshadow formula, and these shades are pretty. Unfortunately, the purple takes a while to build up, but besides that, it is absolutely gorgeous. The next palette I have is by Afu, and they are some of the sweetest people ever. They sent me this palette and I am absolutely in love. The quality is amazing. You can pick them up on Amazon. Seriously though, these shades are gorgeous. Another Morphe palette, of course. This one is the 35M Boss Mood palette. I absolutely am in love with this. I've only used it once so far, but the shadows are so pretty. This is definitely my favorite Morphe palette ever. I was able to pick up the 35B before it was completely discontinued, so I have that. It's really pretty. I'm trying to pick up the James Charles palette, but Morphe has not restocked yet. But when they do, I'm definitely going to pick that up, and I will definitely do some comparisons for you guys. But yeah, I really wish they didn't get rid of the 35B, but I'm sure James Charles' palette is just as good. If you're curious what I house my eyeshadow palettes in, I use By Allegory storage containers, which I find are really pretty. Now we're diving into my second palette holder, and we have the Lime Crime 10th Birthday palette, which personally I love Lime Crime shadows. This is my second Lime Crime palette and I'm in love. These are all sort of matte shimmers except for the metallics. So if you don't like shimmers, you wouldn't like this, but it's very pretty and I've used it a few times and I love it. Next we have my ColourPop palettes. The first one we have is Good Sport, which is my favorite. Doesn't come with a mirror, sadly, but it is the most gorgeous palette ever. EBB is just amazing and makes me think of Jenna Marbles. ABB!
ABB.
Then we have the two Kathleen Lights ColourPop palettes. Here we have, what is this? The Zodiac. It's really pretty, but I have yet to use this. All I've done is swatch it. So I definitely need to do a look with this. We have Dream Street, which I have done a look on, but there it is. It's really pretty. Next, we have one of my favorite palettes ever, the New Nude by Huda Beauty. I seriously love Huda Beauty so much. Definitely in like my top 3 brands. I'm absolutely obsessed with the shimmery shades. Next, let's go to my ABH palettes. Here we have the Norvina palette, which of course I had to pick up because it is, wouldn't you know it, purple, of course. You can kind of see my row of ABH palettes there. But then I have the Sultry palette because I have no reason to hold back. I really wanted this palette because I don't have any cool tone palettes. And then we just have Modern Renaissance, Soft Glam, and Prism. And then I have the Flamingo palette by Violet Voss. That is my only Violet Voss palette, but I'm in love. Thirsty palette by Jeffree Star, another fave. The Limited Edition Too Faced Life's a Festival palette. It's pretty, don't really use it. And then my two Melt Cosmetics palettes, which I did order the Melt Cosmetics Smoke Sessions palette, but I'm still waiting for that to get to me. Last but not least, for over here, we have the Jaclyn Hill palette, which needs no introduction. Which is just this glorious palette. There are where all those palettes were. And we come across my vanity to this one. Over there, I have extra palettes, which I'll go through as well. Yeah. So, to start off, actually, I want to go through the Huda Beauty Stone Obsessions palettes. I have all of them. Amethyst, Ruby, Topaz, Sapphire, and Emerald. I have all of them. Then I also have the Huda Beauty Electra Obsessions palette. The Dose of Colors I Love Saharai palette, which is a beautiful 6 shadow palette. It's gorgeous. I have the Venus 3 by Lime Crime, which of course is another fade because of the purple shade. One of my all-time favorite palettes of the year has to be the Dose of Colors and Desi X Katie palette. This is absolutely stunning. I did a swatch video and tutorial, which I will link up in the cards. Next, I have my 3 Natasha Denona palettes. These are all holiday mini palettes. Well, they're not minis, but you know what. I have the Alien palette by Jeffree Star, which of course just looks like this. It's absolutely stunning. This is another favorite for 2018 for sure. I absolutely love this, and I will link all my Jeffree Star review videos and stuff down below. We have the Sephora Pro Pigment Palette and Editorial, which is all these bright shades, which thank you for Sierra for gifting this to me. It is absolutely beautiful. So here we have the Tartelette palette, Pixie and Dulce Candy palette. Here I just have a lot of like drugstore palettes, some Wet n Wild, some Maybelline, and then over here is kind of like the things I don't use. So we have my Tarte Sizzle palette, the Alchemist palette by Kat Von D, this Tarte palette, Make Believe in Yourself, not eyeshadow palette, but I have the Nicole Guerrero Glow Kit, this Kat Von D palette, this Kat Von D palette, and then here are my single shadows. So over here I pretty much put stuff that I'm not using, which I will then go through and see if I'm going to declutter, which I will do that in the next video. So that is my current eyeshadow palette collection. I always feel like I get a ton of eyeshadow palettes, but I only have probably about, I don't know, like not even 60, so I don't know. I don't think that's too much, but for some people that might be. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this quick collection video. Like I said, I will do a declutter video very, very soon. And yeah, please subscribe, follow my Instagram, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!